RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Macias Insurance Agency, your local independent insurance agent. Andy's Auto Body, Tire, and Auto Service and Sales. Auto Butler Car Wash and Express Lube, located at 1706 Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Auto Centers Nissan, home of the Wiggity Way. Roper's Regal Beagle, the Metro East's premier sports bar and grill. Shell Community Federal Credit Union, the one place to go for all your banking needs. Alton Sports Tap, sports, food, and good times. Liberty Bank, bank local, bank Liberty. Ruderman Plumbing, your locally owned plumbing superheroes. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all of your protection under one roof. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949.
It's always Edwardsville Alton when they pack the house, of course. And it is again tonight. Both student sections up and at it. Edwardsville bringing their student section over there on the far side too, behind the orange and black bench. And we jump it up. It goes out of bounds, and we re-jump it up.
And I misspoke on the lineup. It's Maurice Edwards who's not in the starting lineup. They still have Nigel Harris and Levante Hobbs, so this is a real big change in the lineup for the Birds.
It is Harris and Hobbs, Anderson, Hudson, and Darius Edwards. Tip one by Alton. Here we go. Carlos Anderson gives left side to Nigel Harris. Back to the right. Hobbs down to Hudson. Double team. Back to Hobbs. Up and in. Good pass by the big man. Hudson to Hobbs.
And that was a good job by Levante not standing still and turning around and cutting to the basket. Good job by Brian to find him.
Levante Hobbs in there as the rest of the Redbirds go to the man-to-man defense. Hobbs has his man underneath. Hudson has Epinesa underneath. And they're looking for Big 44. They give it to him. He pitches it to the outside. Three ball is up and in. Kyler Davis, the senior.
And he's one of the few seniors, and he plays AAU with a lot of the Alton guys, so he's going to be high confidence tonight when we're shooting the ball. I think it's going to be problematic if Brian Hudson plays behind Epinesa all night, Brent. Let's watch that.
Hudson's going to take a jumper outside. Missed it. Long rebound, though. Darius Edwards has it. Inside, he lost the ball. Tipped out by Edwardsville. Darius Edwards took a hard fall in the lane. Slow to get up as he hit his right hip. Crashing to the ground there as he winces with that back right now.
And Coach Waldo's already calling for a travel.
Hobbs to the corner. Missed a three. Rebound, Edwardsville. And then out of bounds on the inline. It's back to the Alton Redbirds again.
And this favors Alton right now because Edwardsville can't shift in.
Alton ball under their own basket. Down near the corner, Harris will throw it in. And he throws it in to Levante Hobbs. And he gives to Carlos. Anderson hands it off. Darius Edwards to Hudson out at the top. Now Levante Hobbs three. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound, Edwardsville ball.
And he's had two clean looks at the three, and they're going to have to knock those down if Edwardsville's going to give him wide open looks like that.
Here's a three for Edwardsville. A long miss there by Mark Smith. Alton ball, but there's a steal. Lazy pass by Hobbs. Davis will stop and pop. He shoots an air ball. Out of bounds. It's Redbirds ball again.
And Coach Waldo's telling them to just calm down. Just calm down. That was a good steal. A little sloppy by the Birds.
Redbirds ball in front of Coach Eric Smith. They will bring it up here as it's the Tigers 3, the Redbirds 2, first quarter. Each team with a bucket. Edwardsville's bucket was the 3 ball. It's Alton ball here as they run the man-to-man defense, but they also pack that defense into the lane. Inside, Darius Edwards, no. Got his own rebound under the basket. Layup, no. He's too far underneath.
And they're running the Memphis dribble drive, and Darius is just forcing stuff right now, and that's what got him in trouble in East St. Louis. In the Memphis dribble drive, you've got to rotate the ball, and hopefully you've got somebody who can knock down a jumper.
Edwardsville 3, no good, goes over the backboard. Anderson had the rebound, but he kicks it out of bounds, and it's going to be Edwardsville ball as the Tigers sandwiched Anderson over there. But the call is Edwardsville ball, and Coach Eric Smith talking to the official about that one. Where's the foul, I guess?
And right there, Redbirds don't need unnecessary turnovers like that. I know you want to run, but you got to secure it first and then look to push.
Oliver Steffen brings it in, down to Epinesa now, inside, off the glass, and good. It's 5-2, Edwardsville.
And right there, I just don't think you can afford to play behind Epinesa. He's got a lot more skill than people give him credit for being a football player. He's real nice with the handle.
Left side, Hobbs misses another three in the corner. Edwardsville rips down the rebound, leading 5-2, 5 minutes to go, first quarter.
Birds just aren't being patient with their offense.
Smith gives it up, goes right side to Jordan Harris, number 40. Now Epinesa in the corner, double teamed. Hudson there, good D, got his own rebound, then Hobbs tied him up underneath. Good hands by Hobbs, good D by Hudson there too.
That was great help by Levante, and don't you like the fact that Brian went straight up? I still don't like him playing behind him because he's getting moved, but it was a good way to go straight up, and he forced a tough shot, but Epinesa almost got his offensive rebound. That was problematic. Here he is on the block.
Kendall Edmond comes in, and shot missed by Epinesa as he tries the left hand off the glass.
Good rebound by Brian Hudson. Let's see if Brian can get a touch.
5-2 in favor of Edwardsville. The touch goes to Hobbs in the corner. Back to Carlos Anderson. Top of the key, he's going to drive. Inside, three defenders come to him, but the jumper is good. Then a long outlet pass, the score 5-4. It's Edwardsville with the lead and the ball.
Strong drive by Carlos. Tough finish over three people.
Now they kick it to the corner, out of bounds, and turnover. It's going to go right back to Alton High, trailing 5-4 here.
And that's the third turnover for Edwardsville. This is getting kind of tough for them.
Alton with some turnovers too to start the ball game as we are halfway through the first quarter, and it is 5-4 Tigers. Longtime head coach Mike Waldo on the sideline for Edwardsville. Alton ball, Darius Edwards to Levante Hobbs. Now Harris right side. To the corner, Carlos Anderson looking for the drive, instead to Hudson. Brian Hudson gonna drive inside, glass, no, the follow. He put it in, but he was fouled. It looked like he got hit on the arm a couple of times, and they finally blow the whistle.
I thought he got hit on his spin on the bump too.
And it is 44 with the foul, his first. That is Epinesa, AJ Epinesa, sophomore, 6'5", wide body, will sit down now.
And you see what Coach Waldo's doing. He's very concerned about him getting fouled, so he's keeping him.
Hudson inside, traveled as he took an extra step, and maybe really didn't need to. He already had Jordan Harris on his hip. Jordan Harris, number 40, a 6'4" senior now on Hudson.
Yes. People are familiar with him and his older brother, Trey Harris.
Now we have a foul at midcourt. Number 4, Harris will pick up the foul. And that will be Alton's first foul. Each team with 1 foul. Tigers 5, Redbirds 4. 3:37 to go. First quarter. Here on the Big Z on a Friday night. Just after 8 o'clock, you're in tune to WBGZ Alton.
I'm sorry, Brent, go ahead.
I was just going to say the Tigers out near the timeline, kind of running some clock here. I didn't say 4 corners yet.
But it is 4 corners.
Okay, you said it. They hold the ball. They spread the floor, and now we have a foul. Anderson on a hold away from the ball.
And that's 2 on Nigel. And for some reason, Maurice Edwards is not even looking like he's coming. He must be in some trouble. He must not be playing the first quarter because Josh Lovings is going to be the first player off the bench.
So Lovings in, Harris out. I thought that foul was on Anderson, but you're right. It is Harris with his second.
And now they lose ball handling because really Josh is a decent shooter, but he's not a great ball handler. Great defender, though. So let's see how this changes things.
Going to run and jump at a double team there, but the Tigers break the pressure. And inside, Anderson will be charged with a foul. And Carlos thought he got all ball.
Yeah, Carlos can't show that type of emotion in front of the referee like this. This is a power-packed game. You've got to control yourself. My thing is, we've talked about this random run and jump all year, Brent, and it just has not been successful for them. You would think that they'd funnel it to the sideline and get the trap where they can rotate better.
Couple of subs in. Kendall Edmond, a senior, in for Edwardsville, along with Epinesa. Inside, layup is good as Mark Smith stayed with it, laid it in.
And that's a sophomore, and that's just a strong move right there. He got it on the post and just said, excuse me, I'm going to take this layup.
7-4, Edwardsville on top. Alton ball, Hobbs to Josh Lovings, who is in the game and drives inside. Lovings, glass, no, but he's fouled, and is it the big man again?
It is. It's Vanessa, and he was crooked. He was sideways. Coach Waldo doesn't like the call, but it's a block. It's a block. He's not standing straight up. He's got two.
And that was a good move by Lovings. He got around two defenders, and then it was time for the big man to come help.
And I like the fact that you said it was time for the big man to come help, because you know what it's really time for now? Brian Hudson.
That's true.
You got to feed him now. He's got to go to work. He's got to take advantage, because I don't think we're going to see him for the rest of the half. Do you?
We might not till well into the second quarter anyway. Lovings with a free throw. Good.
Because I don't think he can afford to get 3 fouls right now.
Lovings, 1 for 2. He missed the second free throw.
This pace favors Edwardsville, though. It's got to pick up, and I don't know if the run and jump is the answer.
Now the man-to-man defense underneath. Kickball. Hudson and Anderson got in the passing lane there. And Edwardsville will throw it in, leading 7-5. 2:25 to go first quarter, and the Tigers bring in a sub again. It's Edmond right back into the game. Shuttle in and out for Coach Waldo, as always. Normally it's just 1 or 2 players, but still they will do the shuttle and the shuffle. And right now it's number 1, Davis, the senior, with the basketball. Out to Jordan Harris. Harris in the center circle, gives the ball up, back to Davis it goes. Now a bounce to Edmond. Now Harris, as they run some clock, and they are patient again.
And you have to be disciplined in this, because if you don't, they'll back cut you and you'll get to give up a layup.
Out high, it's the orange and black with the ball. We're down to 1:45 to go first quarter. Edwardsville and Alton. Now we have a foul away from the ball again on the pass.
A chicken wing by Carlos Anderson, high with the elbow to the chest. He got caught. That's 2 fouls.
Now Anderson with 2, Harris with 2. And it's 4 fouls on the Redbirds as Anderson goes to the bench. Darius Edwards in there. And also now Wigfall comes into the game. DeMonte checks in.
Looks like the Birds are going to need somebody from the bench mob to step up tonight, because they don't look settled, Brent.
Levante Hobbs, usually that 6th man, and tonight he was a starter. On the drive down to the baseline, Mark Smith inside, it rolls off the rim. Rebound loose. Harris comes out of there with it. He'll lay it up and in.
And now they're just getting out hustled too on the boards. Strong offensive rebound. Brian being smart, he went straight up, but he's down there rebounding by himself. He's going to have to get some help.
Redbirds with the ball. Darius Edwards to the left side. Drives around his man, and Davis will be charged with a foul here on the drive.
And Darius is fired up about something he's not happy about.
The movement away from the ball, I think it was there. Levante Hobbs is still in there. Hudson, Lovings, Wigfall, and Edwards.
A lot of people standing. It's like they're not quite sure what they want to do.
3 ball, Darius Edwards off the rim. Long rebound, Wigfall rips it down to Hudson. Hudson out to Edwards again.
Big offensive rebound right there. At least DeMonte is giving him some energy right now. He's got his hands on a couple balls. He's forced that jump ball.
Lovings for 3, and he missed it on the right side. Tipped out by Colley, a junior who's in the game. Chris Colley was there for the rebound.
Situation might be a little big for him right now. Got some happy hands there, just knocked it out of bounds.
So it's Alton ball. Hudson will trigger. Hudson to Hobbs. Out to Lovings, over to Wigfall, down to Hudson, out to Edwards.
And they're pushing that offense further and further out.
Here's Lovings, driving left side. He's at the 3-point line, and he's going to fire again. 3 ball, no. Hudson with a rebound, though. Bryan's going up with it, and it rolls in, and 1. It rolled in after a while there.
Yeah, but what I'm confused about is, why does Bryan have to get touches off of offensive rebounds? I know a lot of people at home or wherever don't like to hear this. He's your best player. He's your best player. Their big guy is on the bench. He needs touches.
9-7, Edwardsville. Hudson for a three-point play. Free throw. It's good. And the foul there was on Harris. That'll be his first for the Tigers. Long pass over the timeline, goes deep to Edmond. Back out high, the pass tipped away, but Edwardsville with the loose ball. Davis inside, no. A bump and a foul, and boy, I don't know about that call.
Well, I think you have to call it because you called it on Epinesa at the other end. I thought Brian did a good job of sliding his feet, but Davis did a good job of creating the contact, and unfortunately, that's the tone the referees have set tonight, so you've got to abide by it.
I'm sure it'll change as the game goes on, but in the first quarter anyway, second quarter, maybe a foul.
I'm sure it will too, Brent.
Davis free throw good, gives Edwardsville a 2-point lead again.
You know, in the pregame, me and you were talking before we came on the air, and I was talking about how it wasn't a good energy in the air. It's tense now, and I like it. 2 for 2 for Davis. He makes it 11-8.
Tigers by 3. And the Redbirds need a spark, maybe even a little run here before the first half rolls through. 2 seconds left. Redbirds throw it away at the buzzer. They will not get a shot, and they will trail after 1 quarter to the Tigers. Edwardsville 11, Alton 8 after 1. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
In the market for a new Nissan? Go no further than Auto Center's Nissan in Wood River, the #1 volume Nissan dealer in the Midwest. Auto Center's always has a huge selection, and every new Nissan is backed by Auto Center's exclusive low price guarantee, 30-day return, and lifetime powertrain warranty. Auto Center's also has a gigantic pre-owned inventory, and regardless of any credit problems, Auto Center's will get you approved. So be wiggity wise and hurry into Auto Center's Nissan. Highway 255 and 143 in Wood River, Illinois. AutoCentersNissan.com.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Dad, the toilet's clogged again.
Rooterman to the rescue. We'll clean any drain, anytime, anywhere. Rooterman is your locally owned and operated plumbing and drain cleaning company. We're friendly, fast, and reliable. Rooterman takes the extra steps to protect your home while providing stellar 24-hour emergency superhero service with hometown pricing. So for plumbing repairs, drain cleaning, water heaters, filtration systems, or just when your house pipes are in trouble, call Rooterman.
8 points for the Redbirds, 4 different scores for the Redbirds in that first quarter for those 8 points. 3 for Hudson on the 3-point play. Hobbs with 2, Anderson 2, Lovings with 1 free throw.
They're just daring the Redbirds to shoot now.
Lovings free throw line. It's Alton ball to start the second quarter. Down to Hudson it goes. Double team, gives it up to Edwards. Edwards, 3 ball. It's off the rim, no good. Hudson rebound, and it was stripped away in the lane from Brian Hudson.
Tremendous offensive rebounding. Unfortunately, he just got stripped on the way up. I really like his energy right now, though, Brent. I think you got to keep working him.
Boy, the Redbirds about 0 for 6 or 7 from the 3-point line.
Yeah, so, I mean, somebody's going to have to hit a shot.
Right now, the ball belongs to the Tigers. 7 minutes to go, second quarter.
And they're content running clock.
Leading by 3. Harris inside.
Got away with a travel.
May have traveled spinning in the lane there. No call, no whistle. Here's Mark Smith.
Now they're into their offense. Now they're into the fist.
Here's Harris giving it up to Davis. Down to Harris again. Out to Smith. 3 ball, in and out. Hudson with another rebound.
Good look, just couldn't knock it down. You got to be worried about the looks Edwardsville's getting, and then Alton's walking the ball up. You got to get transition when you secure the rebound.
Darius Edwards will drive. Glass, no, but he's bumped and fouled on a drive down the side of the lane there.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's the consistent call that they're giving right now. So smart by Darius to try to get to the rim and draw contact.
So Darius goes to the line. No points yet for him. And number 0 will step to the line for 2.
And he showed a lot more control on that drive.
Free throw, good.
It wasn't some double pump hope and wish and a prayer. He actually went, got him on his hip, and then went up strong.
At East St. Louis, I believe it was 23 for Edwards Tuesday night.
Yeah, but the big thing for him was he only scored 1 point in the fourth quarter and had 4 turnovers, which were big. And a lot of that comes from fatigue. They're going to need a big game out of Darius or somebody right now because the offense is just inept right now.
Redbirds didn't score much in the fourth quarter at East St. Louis, and that's where they lost the game. It was a 1-point game going to the fourth. Epinesa back in the game now. Here's a 3 on the outside, and Steffen will hit the 3 ball.
And see, the traps and the running jumps expose Alton so much, and now what people are doing is putting shooters on the backside, so when they rotate it, it's either a layup or a 3.
Lovings inside. Offensive foul is called there.
He went with the elbow. The elbow got too high, I think.
Lovings with a foul. And Alton trailing 14-10. 6 minutes to go, second quarter, and it's Edwardsville ball again. And it's the 6th team foul for Alton. Edwardsville with 5 fouls.
And it just seems like right now Alton's not trusting their offense. You want side, top side.
Inside Davis all the way down, missed a layup, then jumped from the out of bounds to get that rebound. I don't know about that one. Epinesa now on the block with Hobbs, and now he traveled on the block with Hobbs with some strong D.
What I liked what happened was Levante stayed low, forced him into the drop step, and then they brought Brian to double team. When you got a 6'7" kid coming to double team, it erases all your passing angles. He didn't have anything. Great job by the Redbirds. Good scheme.
Levante Hobbs telling me last week, I'm the 6th man. They want me to come in and be the dog. Well, he's a starting dog tonight.
Yeah, but he's going to have to get a little bit more bark tonight because right now he's just palping.
Junkyard dog. Here's Lovings inside. Glass, good. Down to the block for Josh Lovings.
And Josh is being aggressive. He picked up the offensive foul, but he's still being aggressive. You like to see it.
14-12. Tigers by 2 now on the Alton bucket. 5:15 to go, second quarter. Here's Davis on the drive at the 3-point line. Out near the Redbird logo at midcourt, it is Mark Smith, the sophomore, number 13. Gives it up to number 10. That's Chris Colley back in the game. Now Jordan Harris.
And the Redbirds are looking to randomly run and jump, and every time they do, it gets them in trouble. I think you just need to be solid here and defend. It's only a 2-point game.
Smith coming out, blocking foul on Hobbs as Smith dribbled it off his foot, but they bail him out with a foul on Hobbs there.
And that's going to put him in the 1-and-1. And if they didn't get him for the block, I think they had him for the hand check. One of the hardest things that you have to understand about guarding the 4 corners is when to turn your aggression on, when you don't. Like for us, when we used to play against him, Brent, we would just go 5-man, no help. And we would try to force him to a speed dribble and take a charge. And it was real successful for us. But a lot of people don't do that. And so what happens is you get somebody either take a break and get back cut, or somebody gets overly aggressive and gets fouled.
Smith 1 for 1, make it 2 for 2. He made both free throws, and he gives the Tigers that 4-point lead again with 4:40 to go, second quarter. 16-12 Tigers. They've led really the entire first half. Lovings inside, blocking foul on the block as Josh is still going down there.
Hey, somebody's got to do it. Josh is being aggressive. He's getting to the line. And right now, what I can't tell is, and tell me if you've picked up, I can't pick up the pattern of the flow of the calls except for if you're moving and they hit you, it's going to be a block. Because we haven't seen a charge except for Josh's elbow, and that was more of a push-off type scenario.
Not a true offensive charge, and we haven't had it yet. You're right. Lovings, free throw, up and in, and Lovings with 4 off the bench.
So really what the referees are saying is we're going to reward you if you drive under control to the hole.
So far, free throw, good, 2 for 2.
And you would think that would favor Alton.
The dribble drive in the lane, and back to a 2-point game now. Edwardsville 16, Alton 14. Smith gives the ball up. Steffen will fire a 3, and it's good again. It's another 3 for 31.
Hey, Alton's running a 1-2-2 right now, but somebody needs to go tell them 1-2-2 right now is bad math, and they need to go 5 straight man.
3-ball, Wigfall, and it's off the glass. Hudson goes to get the rebound to Darius Edwards.
I love Brian's effort right now. Reward him. Give him the ball back.
Hudson guarded by A.J. Epinesa now, who's in the game with 2 fouls.
This plays for Hudson.
Edwards looking for him. Gets it down to Hudson. Turns to Loving. Skip pass. 3. No good. Off the rim. Smith with a Tiger rebound, but he throws it away. Throws it almost out of the gym.
And I know that Russell Wilson likes to talk about how he's a point guard for the Seattle Seahawks, but I don't think Coach Waldo wants a quarterback doing that right now.
He throws it away, and it's back to Alton. 19-14, Tigers by 5. And Marcus Latham going to check into the game here in a moment.
And they're going to put Marcus in to try to loosen up that zone. He's a bona fide shooter for them.
Darius Edwards, good drive. Left hand, good, as he got by his defender. Here's Davis the other way, though, inside. He missed the layup. Hudson with a rebound, and he's fouled by Harris.
Great hustle by Brian. Davis was too worried about the contact instead of just going to get the layup. Brian's not going to foul him in that situation. He's smarter than that. You get the layup. Instead, he misses it. Great job by the Redbirds to track it down. And now they got a one-on-one opportunity.
Hudson with incredible hustle there because Davis got beat by Edwards on a layup, so Davis slipped and went to the front court. Hudson was the only man back for Alton, 1-on-3 really, and he got the rebound.
And the Redbirds are still going to have to adjust that because they're getting too many runouts right now where they're getting looks.
Darius Edwards with a bucket, and now Hudson at the line. Free throw, it rolls in for Bryant. He's got 4.
Birds doing a good job at the free throw line tonight. That's been the Achilles heel for them. They're doing a good job of knocking them down right now. They're keeping it close.
7 out of 8. This one no good. Rebound, Wigfall. Good rebound by DeMonte there. Latham gives it up. Hobbs for 3. No good. Could have used one there.
Yeah, he could have. And then that's another wide open look for Levante. You want to tell him to keep shooting them, but he's got to knock one down.
I think he might be 0 for 4 now from the three-point line. Tigers with it. There's a steal by Hudson. He was ready. Jam time, Brian Hudson. Bringing the house down.
Now they get a foul, though, Brent.
Foul at midcourt on Wigfall. Boy, Brian Hudson read that pass at the top of the key. He was off to the races.
And that's where you see the maturation from Brian Hudson from last year. Last year in this game, Brian Hudson was intimidated to come out and guard, and so Edwardsville always had a release valve. You like what he's doing right now. He's playing the passing lane. What a big dunk to get everybody excited.
6 points for Hudson. Smith at the line, 2 for 2, and he hits the first free throw. 3 for 3 now for Smith as he was fouled by Wigfall.
And now you see why I talk about Brian needs touches, Brent. He's just doing good things right now.
Free throw rolls in for Smith. 21-19. He breaks the tie. 2-point game. Tigers on top. Redbirds ball. Marcus Latham to Darius Edwards. Back to Latham near midcourt. Latham, lefty with a 3. Nope. He missed it. Hudson with a rebound. Out of bounds, and it's Edwardsville ball. Harris bumped him, but Hudson had it go off of him out of bounds.
And I like the no call because Brian actually created the contact the first time around and they let it go. So I like that, and I love what Brian's doing right now. Coach Smith, who's taking the 30?
Timeout called on the floor with 2:33 to go here in the first half. Tigers 21, Redbirds 19. We'll keep it here as some more scoring in this second quarter. After one quarter, it was Edwardsville 11-8 over Alton. The Redbirds have come alive. They have scored 3 buckets here in the quarter, 5 for 6 from the free throw line.
And it all started with Josh Lovings getting more aggressive. He started getting aggressive. Darius Edwards got a couple baskets going. But what really the big key is big number 11. He's got it rolling right now, Brent. He's the heartbeat right now. And you got to think, you got to feel good because Brian's kind of working out, and you still haven't seen Maurice Edwards, and Carlos Anderson's been stuck on the bench with 2 fouls. So if you're Coach Smith, you just want to stay close.
And Harris, too, with 2 fouls, has been on the bench a while. Nigel?
Yeah, Nigel Harris, their point guard's been on the bench.
2 fouls for him. Here's Davis jumping into the front court. Steffen fires at 3. It's good again from the left corner. He's got 3 threes.
Redbirds tried to come out in some kind of funky zone, and everybody didn't match up in the zone, and they gave up a wide open 3. But there's no confusion about the Edwardsville zone. 1-3-1, Brent.
Tigers hitting some threes. Redbirds not hitting their threes. Now we have a travel on Latham at the 3-point line. Redbirds, no threes in the game. Edwardsville, 4 threes in the game.
And what you don't want to do is let Edwardsville pull up a little lead here and go into the locker room with a decent-sized cushion. You don't want to make the hill too big.
24-19 right now. Edwardsville by 5, and they're going to hold it. Waldo puts 4 fingers up in the air. What does that mean?
It means 4 corners. Dean Smith, Chapel Hill.
1:37 to go. First half. Wigfall all over Davis. Now a timeout for Coach Mike Waldo with 1:34 to go. He's going to call a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here again, and Edwardsville ball by 5 points on the scoreboard.
And right now what Coach Waldo is saying, he's saying, and I know he's using the word son. He's saying, son, look here. He said, I know it's packed, and I know you think this is a dance floor, but I'm not your partner. You either go to the rim or you kick it back out, but I don't want to see you two-stepping. And Davis was two-stepping and almost got a turnover.
Wigfall almost had a 5-second call, 5-second count there on defense. The Redbirds with Coach Eric Smith bringing Latham, Hobbs, Edwards, Wigfall, and Hudson back out on the floor. Hobbs a starter tonight. Edwards and Hudson starters, of course.
Now, Brent, Mike Waldo is just like Greg Popovich here. You have to be careful of them coming out of timeouts and running plays.
24-19 Tigers. Edwardsville ball. Here's Smith. Down to Davis. Down the sideline to Davis. Kyler Davis, the senior, hands it off to Jordan Harris. And now a whistle and a foul as Darius Edwards is charged away from the ball.
And that's a bad off-the-ball foul right there because now you're going to put him at the free throw line, and let's see if Epinesa comes out. And it allows them to get Epinesa out so you don't have a chance to get a 3rd foul. I'm really, I shouldn't say impressed because it's what I expect of Mike Waldo. He's managed Epinesa this whole 2nd quarter to get him to play half the time on offense and save him on defense because of the fouls.
Davis at the line. He's already 2 for 2. Edwardsville 6 for 6 from the line. And they hit another one. Davis has 6 in the game. Davis hit a 3 early on, and now he's got 3 for 3 from the line. Number 1, Davis, good again, 2 for 2.
And see, they're able to build their lead right now at the free throw line. Marcus Latham, to be honest right now, looks nervous. They need him to be a player right now because he's a scorer.
26-19, now a big 7-point lead for the Tigers. Darius Edwards backs it up. 1 minute to go till halftime. Wigfall 3, it's good. DeMonte from the left corner there.
And that's what they need. They need somebody to hit a shot. And DeMonte, big shot out the corner, looking like a dream shooter.
26-22, Tigers with the lead. Their lead is now 4 after the 3. Here's a double team, a steal. Hobbs wanted to hand it to Hudson, but he threw it away. Edwardsville ball, timeout.
And Mike Waldo takes another timeout to make sure he gets what he wants. You can't get a turnover off of a turnover. That just shows poor discipline and bad decision making.
Hobbs probably should have just went up with it. He had a defender right there all over him, but maybe a foul would have been coming. You never know.
And I know he wanted to drop it off to Brian for the big dunk, but we've seen that happen too many times this year where somebody's trying to get it to Brian on the break. Hey, the kid's 6'7" and jumps out the gym. Put it on the rim. If he wants to come get it, trust me, he'll come get it.
He'll get the offensive rebound if you happen to miss it on the break there. Hudson comes out there with Lovings, Wigfall, Edwards, and Latham now.
That was a big missed opportunity, Brent.
Could have been a 2-point game. 26-22, Tigers by 4. 36.3 seconds till halftime.
Man-to-man full court.
Here come the Tigers to midcourt. Epinesa back in the game for offense. Bounces it to Stephen here with 23 seconds left. Now Mark Smith with it, guarded by Latham. 17 seconds to go. Smith back near the timeline. Now the center circle, hands to Davis with 10 seconds to go.
They'll attack at 6.
Here's Epinesa with 6 seconds to go. Hands it off. Smith drives in, lays it up and in. Smith for 2, and that's going to be the end of the first half. 28-22, Smith on the drive.
Yeah, and just like I've seen in my dreams a million times, your clock's running down with Coach Waldo. They're going to wait to 6 seconds. 6 seconds keys everything on the offense, and then they're looking to attack you. Again, too many nightmares I faced all through all those long days with Edwardsville.
28-22, Edwardsville leading by 6 here at Alton High at halftime. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
It's the final play of the game. Down by 4, Andes will need to score to win it. The quarterback lines up, ball is snapped. It's a handoff. He breaks outside of the tackle. He's got daylight. He could go all the way. Touchdown! Andes wins.
You too can score a touchdown at Andes Auto Sales.
Check out the all-star lineup at Andes Auto Sales today.
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
Roper's Regal Beagle, located on Godfrey Road, is the Metro East premier sports bar and grill. Open Sunday through Thursday till 2 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays till 3 a.m. At Roper's Regal Beagle, you will enjoy some of the area's best pizza from their wood-fired pizza oven. There is also a full kitchen offering a huge variety, as well as a soup and salad bar. Sports fans, Roper's Regal Beagle is the place to watch the game. 27 TVs, NFL ticket, Big Ten, Pac-12, and streaming local high school sports.
Maybe they're trying to psych them out.
Make them feel like they're at home, let them be comfortable.
Maybe. Huge crowd here tonight, and they started gathering early tonight during the JV game in the 6 o'clock hour. And again, Alton won the JV game 54-50 over Edwardsville earlier tonight. Now Edwardsville starts with the ball in the second half, and here we go.
And I think Alton's got to come out and set the tone early here if they want to get into this game.
Mark Smith driving on Darius Edwards. Smith picked up the ball, picked up his dribble, dumps it down to Epinesa, double team. Hobbs reaching in, and a technical foul is called on Epinesa, I believe, even though the foul is going to be called on Hobbs. Maybe.
But that's a big call because that's going to be his third foul.
Let's see if it was a technical on Edwardsville. That's the way it looked. From another official, the first official, with a foul on Hobbs. And now the technical is going to be called, and I believe it's on the Tigers.
Wow, that's a big call. That could be a momentum changer.
And Coach Eric Smith deciding who's going to shoot, I believe, free throws.
I don't think they have to decide. I think Darius is going to shoot regardless of who's out there.
Epinesa is going to get his third foul. And so Darius Edwards goes to the line. I thought they were going to call a jump ball there with Hobbs reaching in for the ball, but they called Hobbs with a foul. And then Epinesa with a quick tee from another official down under the basket.
So this could be a major change here. Let's see if they take him out.
Free throw good by Edwards. And 2 for 2. He's got 6 points now in the game, and
Now it's Alton ball, too.
Even though it was a foul on Hobbs to start the whole play there.
And that's why we talk about, I know, but you talk about composure, and that's a good job. So maybe the Birds have got him a little rattled. Let's see if the refs call this game a little tighter now, Brent.
Here we go. Nigel Harris back in the game. He gives to Hobbs. Baseline. Hobbs goes up strong. Up and in. 2-point game now. It's a 4-point swing there.
See, and that's a 4-point swing with the clock barely moving.
Hobbs gets the bucket. He's got 4 points. Here's a steal by the Redbirds. Harris almost had it. Now Hobbs does to Harris. Hobbs with good hustle to Harris all the way down. Up and in. We're tied just like that at 28 all.
And now the energy's back in the building, and Waldo telling them to spread it out.
28-28, a quick 6-0 run for the Redbirds. Very quick.
Very quick, and that's what you need.
Third quarter, 1 minute in. Inside Davis, kicks it outside. Steffen for three, missed it. Rebound Harris, though, for Edwardsville. He's going to kick it out to Smith for three, and it's good.
That's a bomb dagger. Redbirds got disoriented on the offensive rebound, and like they say, when is the best time to shoot a three? Off of an offensive rebound.
Hobbs to the right corner. That three gives Smith 11. He averages only about 12 a game. Here's Anderson inside. Finger roll, rolls off the front of the rim, no good. Good move by Carlos there, wouldn't fall.
Like to see him take one more dribble and make a power layup there instead of that floating layup, though.
3-point game as the Tigers answer, 31-28. Redbirds scored 6 in a row coming out of halftime. Now the Tigers jump up by 3 with the 3 ball. Alton's only lead may have been 2-0. Then a 3 by Edwardsville, erase that. Here's a steal. Harris fouled by Davis on the drive.
And right now, Tigers are getting sloppy, and that plays into the favor of the Birds. And what's happening is the game is sped up, and this is what I thought we were going to see more of. Coach Smith is really fired up. See the emotion on his face.
3-point lead for the Tigers. Edwardsville ball, or I should say Alton ball. They dump it into Hudson. Out to Darius Edwards for 3. Nope. Rebound tipped around. Tigers have it.
Think you could get a better shot right there, but you know, you got to go with your leading scorer. He's going to take some shots.
And another open look from the 3-point line that just aren't going down. Here's Chris Colley with it. And a foul on Darius Edwards. Reaching in.
And Coach Waldo, you really like the fundamentals. He's telling them, I need you to foot fake, and then I need you to rip through because Alton's playing with their hands a lot. You've got to pick up on how the game is being called if you're Darius and Nigel. You can't be up riding the guards because the officials are calling that tonight.
Epinesa comes in with the 3 fouls. He comes in for offense here.
Got the lob.
Throw it into Harris. They lob it underneath to 44, and he lays it up and in. Hudson was there, but the layup is good, and just like that, it's back to a 5-point lead for the Tigers, and the Tigers call a timeout. Third quarter, 5:18 to go here at Alton High. Tigers 33, Redbirds 28. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Set, hit. Protection. Can anyone over there give me protection? Danny, hold it. Put me in, coach. I can offer protection. Set, hit. Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Sports, food, and good times. That's what you'll find at Alton Sports Tap. With our daily specials and the best wings around, no game day is complete without us. Between our main bar, enclosed and outdoor patios, you won't know where to begin your evening. Alton Sports Tap has a spacious banquet center offering plenty of space to host any event and the food to make it great. Whether you stop by to catch a game, grab dinner, or enjoy our new live gaming, Sports Tap has got you covered.
Simply to get a bucket. He's playing possession by possession already here in the third quarter, so that tells you something about this game.
5:05 to go here in the third quarter. And Carlos Anderson has it top of the key. Levante Hobbs now. Hobbs to Anderson. Carlos at the three-point line looking for Hudson, but instead Hobbs, glass, good. Levante Hobbs with a strong move.
And now Levante's not just standing out on the sideline looking lost. He's actually driving, and he's got 2 buckets to start the half.
33-30, three-point ball game. Tigers by 3. Stephen backs it up to the three-point line. Now Mark Smith has it, guarded by Darius Edwards. The handoff goes to Colley. Almost stolen there by Carlos Anderson on the wing. He tipped it to the Edwardsville bench. Out of bounds, Tigers ball.
I think the Birds need to just keep playing the way they're playing. I don't know if Edwardsville can play at this pace for another quarter and a half, Brent.
4:25 to go, third quarter. Counting down to the 4-minute mark here in the third, and it's 33-30, Edwardsville by 3. Here's Davis between the circles. He threw it to Coach Mike Waldo as the cutter went the other way, and he threw it away.
And if you watch their games against O'Fallon and against East St. Louis, the second halves were the downfall of Edwardsville, and right now you can see it.
Maurice Edwards going to check into the game. Wigfall going to check into the game. 2 subs in for Alton.
Not quite sure if Maurice has been hurt or what's going on. He hasn't played the whole game. Let's see if he can bring a little spark to him.
Maurice Edwards brings it up the floor.
He looks a little stiff.
Edwards to the free throw line. Gives it to Carlos Anderson. Anderson on the dribble. Back to Darius Edwards. Now Brian Hudson has it on the right wing to Wigfall. Right elbow shot, good! Wigfall right off the bench.
And that's what they've been needing. They've been needing somebody, and I think that DeMonte can really be an asset for them because he's the only mid-range jump shooter that they have on the team. That's what he does.
33-32, 1-point game. Maurice Edwards man-to-man D on Davis here. Davis driving in, kicks it to the corner with 3:25 remaining third quarter. Now Stephen traveled with the ball. A bobble, a travel, and back to the offense for the red and white here.
And right now, Edwardsville's wilting under the pressure, and Coach Waldo knows it. Let's see how they can weather the storm. I think the Birds need to take the lead. If they can take the lead here, I think you're going to really put pressure on Edwardsville from here on out.
Alton tied the game earlier in this third quarter. Here's Hudson inside, fouled on his way down the side of the lane. Harris, I believe, with the foul, yes. His third. So the 2 big boys have 3 fouls each for the Tigers. 33-32, into the corner it goes. Now down to Anderson, he lays it in. The Redbirds do have the lead.
And now the energy's back in the building, and the Edwardsville fans are quiet.
Inside finger roll, no good, but a foul as Smith went on the drive.
But then you can't give up a direct line drive straight to the rim right after you take the lead, especially to Mark Smith, who is not missing from the free throw line tonight.
That foul's going to go on 25. That would be Maurice Edwards, his first. Mark Smith at the line, free throw, good. He's got 12.
Solid game for him tonight. He's shown a little bit of everything. He's hit the 3. He's knocking down free throws, strong post moves.
Ties the game, now gives them the lead. 35-34, back to Edwardsville on top. Alton ball as the Redbirds bring it into the front court. Carlos Anderson, top of the key. Step back, shot, no. Rebound there, but Edwardsville has it the other way.
Again, no balance on the offense right there. That's just a tough shot Carlos took.
Top of the key, 3-ball, Smith, good! Smith with a tray!
And that's how you answer a run. That's a sophomore for you right there, and that's how you answer a run.
38-34, Tigers by 4 now. Darius Edwards all the way down, missed an open layup, saved it to the Tigers. And now Edwards with a foul.
And that's going to be his third foul. That's just not smart. It's just not smart, and you're going to have to sit him. I don't think you can afford, with his emotions the way they are, and him not being successful offensively, I don't know if you can leave him on the floor right now.
Boy, I can't believe he made a great move, split the defenders. I can't believe that open layup didn't go in, but then his third foul.
He's got 3 fouls right now, and Mark Smith is on it. If I'm Mark Smith, I got to get the ball. I've got to attack him. There's Brian.
There's Brian Hudson with a steal. Out to top again. Hands to Anderson, who was fouled at the basket.
Great pass by Brian.
And threaded it to Carlos Anderson. Good catch in traffic.
Is that because we're getting close to baseball season?
Maybe so. Maybe so. And so Carlos Anderson at the free throw line as he gets ready. It's in the air and good. And he's got 5 points. And he makes it 38-35. Tigers by 3. Alton took a quick lead, 1 point lead a moment ago, 34-33. Redbirds had only 8 points in the first quarter. Free throw good. Carlos 2 for 2. 38-36, back to a 2-point game.
Picking up man-to-man full.
Epinesa back in the game for Edwardsville for offense. Here's Harris. Double team down to Epinesa, knocked away. Good hands by Wigfall there.
DeMonte's giving him good effort.
To the corner, back to the top. Wigfall kicks it to Carlos. Right elbow shot, good.
He needed that, but then they're going to give up. See what they give up.
Back the other way, it's Davis. Tie game, 38-38. We're tied up again. Tigers ball, Harris for 3. It's off the mark. Hudson with a rebound. Brian Hudson again to the corner. Wigfall for 3, and it's off the top of the backboard. He may have been fouled there in the corner.
He was hit, but here's the thing about that. That's what I call a mob shot. Everybody in the gym is excited, and so you get caught up in the momentum and you take a mob shot. That's a bad shot. Pump fake go to the hole right now because the referees are calling fouls.
There's a steal by Hudson at the top again. Maurice Edwards on the drive, up and no. Offensive foul is called. And there's your charge.
Haven't seen one all night.
Where did that come from?
The Redbird bench better be careful before they get a technical.
Maurice Edwards with a foul. And that defender was set up almost under the basket. You don't call a charge there.
Well, you don't leave the shooter wide open.
Stephen for 3, no good. Rebound, Epinesa has it. Smith traveled at the top of the key as he walked into a 3-ball.
Yes, that's a good call. And the Birds got lucky right there, Brent, because he was a knockdown shooter right there.
Time called as the Tigers take Epinesa out of the game. For defense, Darius Edwards comes in for offense. 42 seconds to go, third quarter. We're tied at 38. Alton ball on the turnover. Here comes Maurice Edwards with Darius, Carlos, Brian, and Josh Lovings in the game. Maurice Edwards right side, 30 seconds left, third quarter. Maurice Edwards backs it up.
And they're going to play for one shot, and Coach Smith wants one shot, and Coach Waldo's happy to let them get one shot. Birds can go into the final quarter with momentum here if they get a good shot.
They were down by 6 at halftime. Alton trailed by 6 at the half. Here we go, 7 seconds left. Maurice Edwards on the drive, all the way down, up and in, and the Redbirds have the lead. After 3 quarters, Maurice Edwards breaking the defense down as only he can do.
And that's what Mo's done all year. And like I told you, him not being in the game took away one of their scores, and that put a lot of pressure on the offense for the Redbirds. Here's the thing you like about this quarter. Levante Hobbs with 2 layups. Carlos went and got a layup. He missed it, but he got 2 free throws. Maurice just finished with a layup. Key word in that grouping, layup. And I think they've got to just work the ball till they get that.
Redbirds in the third quarter outscore the Tigers 18-10. They lead by 2 as we go to the fourth. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
All right, sir, we finished all the services on your car. They'll take it over for your complimentary car wash, and they'll call you when it's ready.
One of the greatest myths about car dealers is that some pay less for their cars than others. Hi, I'm John Roberts, and we all pay the same. Here at Roberts Motors, we can compete with any Ford dealer, regardless of how big they are or how great they say their deals are. The number one concern of anyone buying a car today is service. At Roberts Motors, we pride ourselves in exceptional service before, after, and during the sale. Stop in today and see why Roberts has been the home of happy customers since 1949, or see us online at RiverBender.com.
At Shell Community Federal Credit Union, you are important. We work hard to ensure you have the best banking experience possible. Whether you are inquiring about opening a savings account or wanting to learn more about a loan, our professionals are here to help you with any questions, and we will walk you through every step of the process. Since opening our doors in 1935, we've never forgotten that our members are our most important asset, which is why we continue to excel. For all your banking needs, Shell is the one place to go.
With William Gordon, Brent Berkland back here. We're ready for the fourth quarter. 9 o'clock, you're in tune to WBGZ Alton. We have Roxana and Staunton later on tonight. Game 2 of our doubleheader, but right now the fourth quarter, and the Redbirds scoring that bucket at the end of the third, and they also get it to start the fourth.
So they got a chance to extend it, and that's what you want here.
Redbirds lead it 40-38. Anderson in the lane from Hudson. Carlos with the jumper, good.
Simple duck in by Carlos out the corner. They went high-low opposite and went with the big.
And now we have a whistle. And is it a timeout?
Yeah.
It looks like it is. Just 18 seconds into the fourth quarter as Epinesa's going to check in. But Anderson had 2 points at halftime. He's now got 10. So he's come alive. 6 each for Hudson, Hobbs, Darius Edwards, 5 for Wigfall, 5 for Lovings. The balance is back for the Redbirds.
It's back. And in the beginning of the season, something you talked about a lot, Brent, was that Coach Smith really wanted to focus on his balance this year. He felt like they're not going to have a 20-point guy. They're going to have a bunch of 12s, 10s, 11s, 9s. And when they were doing that, that was good for them. But then you look at the loss at Centralia, you look at the loss at East St. Louis, you had a couple people with big numbers, but everybody else was shut out, and that's not their strength. They need ball distribution. And in the fourth quarter, I think if they distribute the ball and everybody shares in the wealth, they're going to get out of here with a tough-fought win.
Late in the third quarter, Edwardsville led this game 38-34. That means it is an 8-0 run right now for the Redbirds to finish the third and to start the fourth here. They tied it at 38 late. They went ahead with a bucket late in that third quarter. Now they've started the fourth quarter with an Anderson bucket.
And you've got four seniors on the floor. Darius is shading the wrong way. I hope he knows that Edwardsville is going the other way.
Harris has the inbounds. Double team there. They give it up. 7:35 to go in the ball game. Fourth quarter. Edwardsville Alton. And Edwardsville turns it over at the top. Carlos to Darius. Edwards lays it in. 8 for Darius Edwards.
And now it's a 6-point ball game, and this game is getting away from Edwardsville.
The run continues. It's a 10-0 run now. 7:11 to go in the game. Some 7-11 magic for Alton High here late. Harris down to Epinesa, little hook shot, in and out, no good. Anderson with a rebound, Redbirds ball.
Got good deep post position, couldn't finish it. Now Darius is attacking.
Edwards left hand and good. It rolls in for Edwards, it's good. And a foul in the backcourt on Lovings.
It's a bad foul right there because now the next foul is going to put them in the bonus.
10 for Darius Edwards now. 46-38. How about this Redbird run here?
And that's what they needed. You know, they started getting back to what they do well, which is attacking the rim.
They lob it in. Hudson tips it, but it stays with the Tigers, and Lovings has another foul on the sideline. And Lovings and Davis have some words.
But that's a bad foul because now they're shooting the bonus.
Lovings with his third.
And they better get a hold of Josh before he gets a technical, because we saw what the technical did for the Redbirds. They got the technical, and they went out. They really haven't looked back since they got that technical.
Well, at halftime, the Tigers led this game by 6 points, but the Redbirds now lead by 8 points. A big turnaround in the second half for Alton. And to the line goes Kyler Davis, a senior for Edwardsville. And he's 4 for 4 at the line. They only have one player in double figures, but Mark Smith has had a big night, 16 points. Davis hits the free throw. He now has 8. And Davis tries to make it 9. Nope, he missed that one. Tipped around. Maurice Edwards has it. Headed the other way. Maurice all the way down inside. Blocked away by Epinesa as Lovings tried to go up strong.
And I think they're about to take Josh out.
And Lovings comes out. DeMonte Wigfall comes in.
Yeah, he's playing with too much emotion right now. He could have got called for a charge there. I think the coaching staff saw that and want to calm him down a little bit.
Alton ball under their basket, leading 46-39. That stopped the run, that one free throw at the other end. But it was a 12-0 run for Alton. Now they have the ball again. 6:30 to go, leading by 7, 46-39. Maurice Edwards all the way down, glass and good.
And see, now it's a layup fest. And this game is going to end up being a blowout here because Edwardsville can't guard him when Maurice is in the game. He causes too many problems.
Smith for 3. Wow. It's good. Smith over Darius Edwards.
I guess he said, Coach Gordon, hold on now. You know who I am.
Here's Edwards again. Maurice missed it. Tipped out by the Tigers. It's Alton ball.
Maurice got caught up in the moment there, too, I think, and forced a bad shot. You want to play under control. 6-point game, but you've got all the momentum, so you want to be smart here.
7 threes for the Tigers, 3 for Smith. He now has 19 in the game. 48-42 ball game. Alton with a 6-point lead.
And see, here's the thing. Alton has the lead, so you can't sag off of them anymore because they're going to run clock. Surprised Waldo doesn't go to the 1-3-1 and try to pinch him.
Here's Darius Edwards near the timeline. He will hand it to Maurice Edwards. Maurice hands it off to Carlos Anderson, top of the key. 5:35 to go. Anderson in the lane, up and in with a short jumper.
Good little floating hook by Carlos.
50-42, Alton by 8. Epinesa on the drive, foul on Hudson on a little bump there. 2 fouls for Brian.
Good thing Brian gave him just enough bump so he couldn't and one that. I think 3s and ones right now are not the friend of Alton. So good job of fouling.
The Tigers have just 14 points here in the second half. They led by 6 again at halftime. They trail by 8 right now. Epinesa at the line, up and missed it badly on the 1-and-1.
Big rebound by Carlos there.
Alton high ball, 50-42.
Coach Smith wants the Redbirds to play with a little poise. Let's see what they got. They're going spread offense. Little Memphis.
Darius Edwards with the dribble, 5 minutes to go. Edwards into the lane, and he's fouled on the arm as he passed it off to Wigfall there, but he was double and then triple teamed. The foul is on 13, Mark Smith, his first.
And see, Edwardsville does not have the personnel to be able to guard this, so the Redbirds are going to be able to have their way with this. They just got to make good decisions, close it out.
They lob it into Hudson, back to Maurice Edwards, but he is out of bounds as he tried to jump back in there.
Again, we talk about decision making right there. You give a turnover with no time hardly coming off the clock. That's not what you want.
Edwardsville up the floor, Alton by 8 points, 4th quarter. Staunton and Roxana coming up for you here in a little while. Davis Gives to Steffen. 4:45 to go in the ball game. Steffen guarded by Hudson. He couldn't take the three. Now Mark Smith with it. Driving on Wigfall. Backs up to the three-point line. Down underneath, Anderson with a steal, but Darius Edwards with a loose ball foul on Epinesa there.
And that's 4 on him, so that's a big call, and they had the steal.
Looked like a bad pass to the baseline, but Darius Edwards with number 4. Nigel Harris will check in.
8-point ball game, but the big thing about the 8-point ball game is, Brent, you can tell Edwardsville is really struggling to score right now.
Yes, they are. And remember, to start the new year, they have lost those 2 conference games, scoring 40 in each game, 40-40.
And they're stuck on 42 right now, and they may stay stuck on 42.
Timeout, Alton. They lead it 50-42. Timeout, Redbirds. After the game, we announce our Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game for you. And right now could be a number of players. Mark Smith, 19 for the Tigers. But the Redbirds, with good balance, they have 2 players in double figures right now. Anderson with 12. Darius Edwards with 10. 6 for Hudson, 6 for Hobbs. They haven't scored in a while.
Big points by Carlos, though. Carlos has really turned it on here in the second half. He's led the way. Big shots. He's hitting fadeaways from the elbow. He's hitting little floating runners. So they're really putting some work in right now.
And the Redbirds may have to hit some free throws here in the fourth quarter. They were 4 for 4 in the third quarter, shooting at the line. And we'll see how it goes here as the fourth quarter now has 4:25 to go. Harris, Maurice Edwards, Wigfall, Hudson, and Anderson in for the Redbirds here.
I'm surprised Waldo didn't go to the 1-3-1 earlier to try to cause havoc.
Maurice Edwards on the drive, kicks it to Harris. Harris to the corner. Anderson will back it up. Now Carlos on the drive, fouled at the top of the key. Harris reaching in, Colley reaching in. Take your pick. It's Colley with his first. And Darius Edwards going to come back in for some offense here with the 4 fouls. And 4:06 to go.
Really like the resolve the Birds have shown in this half.
They throw it into Anderson here. Front court, Nigel Harris. Harris guarded by Smith, gives to Mo Edwards. Maurice, a dribble, gives it up to Harris. Harris and Edwards playing catch at the top. Down to the corner, Anderson drives in, layup good! Carlos Anderson.
And see the big difference again, they rotated the ball, but they're getting layups this half. In the first half when they were forced to shoot, they couldn't get them.
There's a steal by Hudson, good D. Here comes Carlos all the way down, good! And one for Carlos. He's taken over now.
He has taken over, and a lot of people have been waiting for a breakout game for Carlos Anderson, and this is what you would consider a breakout game, probably against your rival. So that's something you needed from him. He's really come up in the second half big time.
Well, the seniors knew that it would be a big game here at home against a big rival, Edwardsville. And the senior, Carlos Anderson, had 2 points at halftime. He now has 16 in the game. And 8 points in this quarter, fourth quarter.
Oh, he's just taking over.
3-point play, free throw. In the air, no good. So it's 54-42, Redbirds by 12. Top of the key 3, and it's good by Davis the other way. 8 threes for the Tigers.
Birds just have to milk clock here, though.
54-45 now. Redbirds ball, Maurice Edwards. 3 minutes to go in the ball game. 9-point lead.
They're not going to come out and get him. Let's see. Well, here he comes.
Maurice Edwards with the dribble and the drive into the lane. Gives to Brian Hudson. Back out to Carlos. Anderson backs it up. Now to Harris. Nigel backs it up to Darius Edwards. And Darius Edwards with the dribble, and he gives to Nigel Harris. 2:25 remaining. Now Hudson to the corner. Maurice Edwards will keep the dribble and back it up again. And the Redbird fans getting ready to stand underneath. Carlos Anderson, wide open, jam time.
And that's the exclamation mark right there. That's going to do it. That's going to put them up 11 with 2 minutes to go, but I think that's going to be it, Brent.
They stalled, and then Carlos was wide open underneath, and he jammed it home.
They just don't, Edwardsville just doesn't have the personnel to be able to come back from deficits.
56-45, Redbirds by 11. Inside, good, and one. Epinesa scores. He took a few extra steps.
He did.
But he scored.
He did a hop step, a step through.
And the foul is on Brian Hudson, I believe. Yes, number 3. The Redbirds with an amazing second half here in front of the home crowd. It's 56-47 now. Free throw, 3-point play, it's good. And that makes it 56-48.
And now the foul game begins.
Alton by 8 points. Biggest lead was 12 a moment ago. We have a timeout with 1:40 to go. Redbirds lead it late in the fourth. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
We're always looking for better ways to do things, but with some banks, better for them isn't always better for you.
You've reached MegaBank. Press 1 to hear your current balance. Press 2 to hear these options again.
Introducing free Kasasa checking. When you do stuff for us, like swipe your debit card or get e-statements, we make it even better for you with cash back and refunds on ATM fees. Kasasa, carried locally at Liberty Bank. Do you, Kasasa?
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
They went simple man-to-man in the second half, and they've been disruptive. And I think that sometimes they get too cutesy with all the other stuff they do, and it disrupts them. Man-to-man, get layups. That's a pretty good formula I think a lot of people can live by.
And on the offense, the layups, I guess, help your confidence because then the shooting gets better all the way around.
Right, and you saw that. Carlos got a couple layups, then he hit that little jumper, DeMonte Wigfall hit a jumper, got a couple mid-range shots. Levante Hobbs, 2 big layups to start the third quarter. So we're talking about short-range shots where they moved the ball. It wasn't just stuck in one person's hands.
And 18 points for the senior, Carlos Anderson, 10 in this fourth quarter. We have another timeout here as Alton will have the ball, leading by 8 with 1:40 to go.
And you talk about Carlos's 18 points. You got to remember, he hardly played at all in the first half because of the 2 fouls. So, his damage has been in the second half. And, it's been body blows to Edwardsville. It's just knocked the wind out of him.
He scored 6 in the third quarter, 10 in the fourth quarter. And the Redbirds may be on their way to 14-3. And they'll have 4 games during this holiday weekend up in Washington, Illinois. Not sure how early they play tomorrow, but they got to get right back at it.
They do got to get right back on the bus and go. But I tell you what, if I got to take a 2.5-hour trip someplace, it feels a whole lot better after a win than it does a loss.
And a win over the Tigers. Edwardsville leading after 1 quarter, 11-8 after 2 quarters. Tigers up 28-22. The Redbirds led after 3 quarters when Maurice Edwards had that big bucket to finish the third. And now 56-48, Redbirds up the floor. Darius Edwards with it. He is fouled on the sideline. 1:30 to go. And the officials make sure there's nothing after the whistle here. Darius Edwards with 10 points in the game. He's 4 for 4 from the line.
And although I believe the game is over, I still always talk about good and bad math in basketball. Well, good math says Darius has to hit both of these to really end it. If he hits one and leaves it open, we're still talking about a 3-possession game. And the Tigers have shown they can hit the 3 tonight. So you need both of these to really ice it right now.
In the air, Edwards missed it. Out of bounds, off of Edwardsville. Alton ball.
Or you need an offensive rebound.
Carlos Anderson got in the mix there, and Epinesa knocked it out. And it's Alton ball as they throw it in under their own basket. Redbirds 56, Tigers 48. Coach Mike Waldo sends Epinesa to the bench and yells at him for not getting a rebound, I think. Now he yells at him to get back in the game as they have the ball back. Alton lost it.
Good play design. They tried to run that earlier, but right there, the layup's not important. Time running is right now. You get it in and be strong. You know they're going to foul you, so get it in and be strong.
They throw it in. It goes in to Davis. Davis driving on Nigel Harris. Underneath, stolen away. Anderson with a steal. Edwards to Anderson, and they tried to get fancy on the break. Lost it, but Hudson grabs the loose ball back. And now we have maybe an injury timeout, as it's going to be an officials timeout here, and the Redbirds had a break, and Darius Edwards had a layup, but he passed it up.
Had a layup, and I know they can't hear me because they're not listening to the Big Z right now. But 2 points gives you good math. Anything over a minute, if it's 3 or more shots, you're in good position. But it's still a minute 11 to go, and if Edwardsville had got that and got a 3, now you're talking about, a 5-point ball game. Now there's more pressure. So get the solid. Just be solid. End it.
Redbirds with the lead, 56-48. Tigers have 8 threes in this game, 4 in each half. And the Redbirds with the basketball as we close things out here. 1:11 to go, still in the ball game. And again, we mentioned a packed house tonight. Probably upwards of 1,900 fans packed into Alton High's gym tonight.
Yeah, they turned out tonight.
And the Redbirds getting ready for a big weekend tournament up in the Peoria area, so that's where they will be the next few days. And then the Redbirds, road games at Quincy and Granite City. Back home in early February, Belleville East and Collinsville come calling. Here's Carlos Anderson fouled in the front court.
Yeah, the Birds have a very favorable schedule, I think, until the end of the season. And at the end of the season, they've got O'Fallon and Edwardsville, and they'll be getting tuned up for the regionals then, and I think that'll be very important for the Redbirds. O'Fallon, man, tough. O'Fallon's going to finish the season tough. They've got the Birds, Edwardsville, and East St. Louis the last 3 games.
Carlos misses the free throw, the front end of the 1-and-1, and Alton tips it out. Edwardsville ball, still an 8-point game.
They're leaving the door open.
1:08 to go. And Tigers will throw it in, probably looking for a 3 here. They'll take a 2, they'll take a layup, but they throw it in, nobody there. Anderson has the easy steal. Darius Edwards had it, looked like he was fouled, no call. And now it's out of bounds, and they're not sure whose ball it is.
So it's going to go to the arrow, and that's going to be Edwardsville ball.
And the arrow's going to go to the Tigers as they call a jump ball because the officials were not sure.
And Darius Edwards dropped that ball out of bounds. I don't know what he was trying to do with it. Carlos gave it to him. It looked like he was trying to give it right back to him. I'm not quite sure what that was.
Backdoor, it's knocked away. Nigel Harris with some good hands there on the inbounder, and then Smith fouled him after he stole it.
I mean, the Edwardsville, and I've seen film of them against East St. Louis and O'Fallon, and this same formula has bogged them down. They have a good first half, and in the second half, they just can't maintain it. Now, I know a part of it's probably because you got young players, but I think the energy of the Birds just went to a whole nother level the second half.
Harris at the line, misses the free throw. He'll have another, and the Tigers usually don't commit this many turnovers either.
No, they normally don't. And right now, the math is still in their favor if they can get the ball in bounds. Redbirds got to hit a free throw.
Harris finally gets one, 57-48.
So that
9-point lead.
9. Yeah, that makes it 9.
So 3 threes, but there's 55 seconds to go, and here's another turnover. Edwards to Harris. Harris inside, good! Off the glass and in for Nigel Harris. 59-48. A whistle and a foul on the baseline the other way. Epinesa fouled by Hudson.
And this is going to be a big win for the Birds. Everybody's been talking about the Birds needed a signature win. You know, they lost to Centralia, they lost to East St. Louis twice. When are they going to get that signature win to say, hey, we're legit? I think this is it.
59-48 right now. Free throw, Epinesa's good. He will shoot again, and he's a sophomore, is that right? He's back 2 more years.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. I mean, they're young, and that's what I'm saying. Edwardsville, the team we're looking at right now is very young. So Birds got to jump on them while they're senior laden right now.
In the air, good, 2 for 2. Epinesa coming alive with some points in the fourth quarter. Only 4 points going into this fourth quarter. He now has 9 in the game. And Hudson is fouled by Harris. And Jordan Harris with number 4.
And that technical to start the half on Epinesa was real big because it stopped him from being able to play the whole third, you know, both ways. They had to start making ways to get him in and out offense, defense. And that was a big call.
And with 38.8 seconds left, Brian Hudson at the line. Hudson short on the free throw, and the free throws here in the fourth have left the Redbirds.
Yeah, they've struggled at the line here after shooting so well in the first half at the line.
First 3 quarters were good. Carlos has missed a couple in this fourth quarter. Harris missed 1, Edwards missed 1, Hudson's missed 1.
Problem is, with no timeouts and under 40 seconds, the math isn't in your favor.
Free throw, no good. Brian missed them both.
He's got to pull up for 3 here.
59-50, Smith for 3, no good. Darius Edwards fouled as he got the rebound. Alton by 9, and they're going to the line with 30 seconds left. Davis, his 4th foul. And again, Staunton and Roxana coming up. Darius Edwards at the free throw line. 10 points in the game. 30 seconds left as he fires it up and in. Our Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game on the way. I think we have a winner.
I think we do.
Wearing number 1 in red and white. 2 for 2 for Darius Edwards. Carlos with 10 in this fourth quarter, including the big dunk, 18 in the game. He had 2 at halftime, 2 points. That was a first quarter bucket. Here's a 3 by Davis, no good. Rebound into the corner, out of bounds, and it is Alton ball with 20.8 to go.
They've done a good job on Stephen and on Smith in the second half too, Brent. They've really slowed them down. You think about how Stephen really hurt them in the first half. They were in that 1-2-2 half-court trap, and they would leave him, and he was getting wide open threes. When you play man-to-man, you don't give up that type of stuff.
Darius Edwards fouled from behind. And the foul is going to go on Edwardsville again, and Darius Edwards to the line again.
Darius almost turned that thing over.
Foul. comes with 16.9 to go. Edwards ready to roll at the line. Free throw in the air, good. He has made 2, 4, 6, 7 out of 8 from the line.
That's really where he's done his damage.
And 13 in the game now. 16.9 to go. Some of the fans have left.
Yeah,
that crowded parking lot out there.
It's like they turned on the air conditioner with all these people leaving.
I feel a nice little breeze now. 63-50, 2 for 2. Alton Redbirds with a 13-point lead. And the Tigers bring it in, throw it down underneath, shot up, and it rolls in. But that's going to be the end of the ball game tonight. Redbirds throw it in the backcourt. 4, 3, 2, 1. 63-52. Redbirds win it by 11 tonight over Edwardsville.
Big win for the Redbirds. Really needed this win to get them back on track, and like you said, it's going to keep them attached in the conference race. So now they're still only 2 back from East St. Louis, and the second time through the conference, they're going to just need some help from somebody in the Southwestern Conference to try to fight for that conference title.
Redbirds with a 23-point fourth quarter. They win it by 11 over Edwardsville. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.